sound. Hit the button.
The new sounds of, I guess.
This week of weird Werewolf Radar.
Yeah, I thought you said new sounds. I thought you were like
the
talking
sounds.
heads or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
Diving in a boat on the carway.
I mean, maybe should we do that instead? Play some talking heads at this week of weird Werewolf Radar.
No. You want news music?
No, yeah. Instead, we have rapping puppets.
Sure.
If there's any actual,
which is great.
If there's any actual talking heads.
Welcome to the news.
Now, if C-SPAN put that in front of every council meeting, I'd watch it.
I would too.
C-SPAN covered council meetings?
Dude, C-SPAN councils whatever the fuck you need, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
Except for what we're talking about this week of weird. I'm also Roger, joined by Jordan.
Hello.
Joined by Nate.
Hello.
Now, Nate is not joined by me. He is joining Jordan, who is joining me. We have a weird system here, but
we're daisy chained.
Shotgunned podcast.
This is from newsadvance.com. And
Give us that advanced news.
It goes as such, written by Sarah Hanosky.
Sure.
Lynchburg Museum acquires rocking cradle at center of spooky tale.
Oh,
wait, now a cradle that rocks, or like a rocking cradle?
I think it's a rocking cradle.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? Like we always do. Story is found in our Discord. Join our Discord. Read along with the stories that we pull from, and make commentary about
the news of tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
And I think we have Sarah Hanosky's phone number here. This is insane.
Shit.
This is News Advance's phone number because surely, right?
Surely.
It must be.
Surely.
Anyway, this photo, and this is from a picture you can see on there. I will share it. Follow our YouTube so you can see some of the stuff we share because it worked fucking perfectly.
Because some of it is fucking crazy, y'all.
Joined by Adam P. Say hi, Adam. You're
Adam
here now too.
He's here.
Dark Council member extraordinaire. This is the cradle from the infamous Lynchburg Rocking Cradle House.
Oh, the Rocking Cradle House. Why do they call it that, Roger?
What wonderful questions you ask that I didn't prime you for after hours of practice. For almost 84 years, Lynchburg's own haunted rocking cradle has been lost to public record and reduced to rumor. Little more than a ghost story retold every Halloween.
Every Halloween?
Every Halloween.
Heard it.
Years.
Listen, you go to Lynchburg, the only thing you're going to hear about Halloween is how all the community is going to gather together and hear Grandma Smith tell the Lynchburg cradle story again.
Yeah, it was the cradle that rocked. Yes, in the Rocking Cradle House, which was named before the cradle, strangely.
Now, after about 80, nope. I can speak English.
I thought you
read it.
I thought you were going to a different article from But Now magazine.
But now from advancednews.com, the opposite of newsadvance.com, about 182 years after the alleged haunting that rocked it to infamy. I'll pull up some information on that.
I love
the cradle has been donated.
Don't bother. They're like, this soda, we call it Dew Mountain. I don't know. Drink it.
Drink it. It's better.
It's a different website.
This cradle.
Weak news.
This cradle that has an infamous haunting has been donated to the Lynchburg Museum by direct descendants of the original 19th century owners. They said, we've had enough of this. This is your problem now.
Okay. Crib collectors.
That's one way to get rid of a haunted item. Every museum needs some.
They do say infamous, like when I think of a baby, like a haunted crib, it's like a baby that's like goo goo. And I don't know if it's spooky, but infamous. It's like, is it going to be a guy in it? Just like, I'm in the crib.
This
I
baby
assume
robs
like
banks.
the cradle that held what's that thing's name? The Jersey Devil. If it didn't like fly away and stayed for like a week,
all right,
that'd be an infamous crib.
That's an infamous crib. That's a powerful magical item. That's what that is. Crib of the devil boy.
Which of course the Lynchburg Museum
this is like
was
an
all
MTV
like,
crib.
we'll take it.
Yeah, this is a fly ass crib.
As the story goes, according to William Ashbury Christian's Lynchburg and Its People, published in 1900, it was the spring of 1839 in a one-story brick house on Jackson Street. The Reverend William Smith was renting the home in the midst of his career as a Methodist preacher in Lynchburg. He and his wife borrowed a cradle from the Reverend John Early, a prominent leader in the Methodist Church, who would later become Bishop Early.
And even more later, a prominent improv actor.
Well, that's when he went by Bishop John later.
One morning, the Smiths noticed the cradle begun to vigorously rock on its own. According to the account, Dr. Smith moved in the cradle from near the fireplace to
what happened?
the middle of the floor.
A jarring shift of accents.
Went from perfect Daniel Day-Lewis to
this is kind of a
1950s UFO scientist.
This is kind of a bad Dr. Joe Jack here.
I assumed I listen, I pull from one influence, what I do at D&D.
I get it.
And I forgot the voice I was doing, so just normal.
Here comes a new one.
Here comes a new character I created. He's been abused.
Oh God!
No, I can't. Sorry, that's not the funny part. In the middle of the floor, the cradle began to rock. So the cradle was moved from near the fireplace, thinking it was a draft, to into the middle of the floor.
Thought you said giraffe.
And said, "Now, Jeffrey." He called the devil by that name. Rock!
Rock!
Because there was a giraffe named Jeffrey, like the Toys R Us guy.
Whoa! Flat circle.
And it did.
Wow. That's
so
spooky.
I like how he had a personal name for the devil.
Yeah. He's on a first name basis with him.
And can command
Jeff.
the devil.
Yeah. That's interesting. I've seen a couple of instances where people seem to get response on command, rolling a ball, knocking, things of this nature. It's
an accredited story. Like this fits with the MO of things of such.
It almost makes me wonder if, like, more and more I think of human perception as like an important piece of the puzzle to paranormal events. Like I don't know if it would happen if people weren't there asking it to happen. And maybe that's the definition of a ghost, or maybe it's their expectation somehow manifesting it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like if a tree falls in a forest, that forest isn't even there.
Yeah. And Jeffrey the giraffe miles away goes, fuck. That's probably not.
No, it does seem like most
now once again this was donated to the museum.
Yeah,
and like the museum gladly accepted it. Sorry, Nate.
Yeah, of course.
I was just I was yes and
but right, that's it almost feels like it's a necessary piece of the puzzle, is like the lens of human perception, which is, or like a consciousness or something. I don't know.
Right. Like,
in other versions of the story, the devil is called Beelzebub, a little bit more traditional.
Not Jeffrey, not Jeff.
Yeah, not as off Broadway as Jeffrey. In other versions of the story, Beelzebub accounts differ, from some blaming the rocking on the devil, other spirits, ghosts, and, well, I guess, or invisible hands.
Invisible hams?
Yep.
No.
You're right. Hands. My bad. Hands.
Invisible hams of the market.
My bad. I'm literally just looking at pictures of sausages that I'd like to cook.
In the time news of the cradle spread, hundreds come to see it. No explanation for the mystery has been satisfactory.
Boy, there was not a lot to do in the past.
Well, I mean, it does say the devil has.
Can you imagine going to vacation, like making this a stop to be like, we're going to go see the leaves change in Rhode Island. Then we're gonna see this
And,
cradle rocket.
Stop by Lynchburg to see a rocking cradle.
See,
I mean,
a grim reminder of mortality.
I have stopped at shit like, the biggest boot in Wisconsin before.
Well, yeah, you
Well,
gotta see
the
that
Werewolf
boot.
Radar tour did stop at a road
It
because
went backwards.
it makes you go uphill. So
Gotta see that road. Gotta see
you got to
that
see
road.
the road. We also
see
went to
that
Jesse
boot.
James' funeral
Gotta see
site
that
or
funeral.
tombstone.
Gotta see a tombstone. We went to the lake where the Oklahoma octopus is
Lake
supposed to
10
be.
Killer.
Lake 10 Killer, the 10 killer octopus. Nobody got
Sam
killed
wrestled it that
that
day.
time. Yep. Barely got away.
No pictures, no proof.
No pictures. That's what started the whole thing. It got the camera. It was a friggin' Toshiba.
And then, so get this. In the story that like hundreds, it becomes like, because this is all myth.
Mhm.
And main reason why the Lynchburg Museum bought it and why kind of you should check it out. This is an interesting thing of history and folklore. After a month of being a sideshow, the haunting of the cradle stops.
Didn't like it anymore.
Yep.
Didn't like
Now
it anymore.
this story,
Or got
go
to move on. Maybe somebody somewhere else was working on that baby's case. And they
Yeah,
were
well,
like, the baby's unfinished business is it wanted Baba, and you bring it to Baba or place it on the grave, and then in distant Connecticut or whatever, the cradle stops rocking.
Or maybe the cradle was just like, look, if I'm not going to make main stage this month, I'm not going to make it ever.
Keep on rocking, cradle.
Emily Kabuta, the museum curator, said this story is the first ghost story she heard when she moved to the town.
Oh.
And she's wanted to see proof of the cradle since she heard the stories.
Okay.
Acquiring it for the museum has been a dream come true, as much as an allegedly deeply haunted item can be a dream. This sounds like someone in a horror film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She heard one ghost story, then locked in so hard she made it her life's goal to acquire this thing.
I'm in love with the story. Yeah.
Or maybe it's her. Maybe the ghost of whatever baby was in there has lopped onto her.
Oh wow! And it's guiding her movements.
Wants it
The
back.
unseen baby hand. Spooky.
Now the rockers have been removed,
Ooh. Hate to hear it, but
so it doesn't rock anymore, I guess.
See, that's
Like
true.
it's been removed so long ago, no one remembers, like decades ago. But the
Now
rockers have
what?
been removed.
Now, what if we were to? So instead of removing the
some
rockers,
skis on it?
Yeah, listen, we turn lemons into lemonade here. Instead of getting rid of the rockers, we attach a generator to it. This thing's rocking creates energy, presumably perpetually, which powers nations. Ghost-powered nation. Ghost-powered nation. What if we could find a number of haunted crypts?
We should be making haunted batteries.
Truth.
Now, there is something else I want to say here. A bulk of this article is fascinating, but it has a lot to do with the work that this museum team had to do tracking down the descendants of this cradle. Like they drew out a family tree, contacting random people, going through like old records covered in dust, trying to find this cradle. Once again, this woman might be a little bit too obsessed with this ghost cradle.
You know what? I am on her side. I think that's the correct amount of obsession with any paranormal object.
Yeah, this feels like there's more going on here. I would watch this movie.
Let me see. There's more stories, babies, blah blah blah, the fun traditional. According to the museum, they don't want to risk the haunting. I think spiritual forces are at work in the world, and I don't want to tempt them. That's as far as I'm going to go with it.
What the
Still.
fuck would you acquire a haunted object for then?
Still, she's looked at it on many of lunch break.
Yeah. That's kind of the way,
go on.
That's kind of the way I feel about Ouija boards. I'm like, this seems to be something. And as curious as I am about like ghosts and things, I'm like, I'm not gonna turn that key. It seems like something, and it seems like something that we don't really get.
Now, October 29th, the museum will carry out a test when staff will live stream a feed of the cradle at an undisclosed location from 8 to 10 p.m. Lynchburg time. That's Eastern, probably.
East, yeah.
Very cool.
Yes, the staff plan on setting up infrared camera in the dark aimed at the cradle to capture any unexplained phenomenon. You're going to need more than just infrared now. We want some audio shit. We want night vision. We want the whole shebang-a-bang.
Get a ghost box in there.
I want ghost vision. I want a ghost trapezoid. I want you finding cold spots, hot spots. I want to use the tall mic. I want to send in short mic with the Ouija board.
I want to send in Killa mic.
Yeah, Killa mic. The German, the Spezzo mic. Michele.
So that is this week of weird. If you are going through Lynchburg, this is all going to be on display from November 4th and on at the Lynchburg Museum. But Lynchburg Museum,
October 29th. That sounds like the way to go.
October, and that's a live stream from the Lynchburg Museum. Lynchburg Museum acquires a rocking cradle at the center of a spooky ghost story. Plus, they're going to live stream an actual paranormal experiment of their own design and stream it for viewers.
I want to watch that.
I'm 100% going to tune into that. Yeah.
Truly.
October 29th, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern American time, since we have viewers in other places as well. I don't know what you call your time zones.
-7 GMT or something.
Oh, we got to learn that math now.
Greenwich Mean
Being
Time.
an American is such a hassle.
Treble naught 30, 20 to the hour, Greenwich Mean Time.
Now that is this week of weird. Thank you all for listening. Signing off.
Thank you for listening, Roger.
Jordan and Nate. We love you for having us in your ear balls.
Mm-hmm.
If you like what we do, check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the stuffs. We have a Twitch page, twitch.tv/werewolf_radar.
Playing D&D over there. Rules.
Most importantly, though, give us a good review. 5-star. Anything else is 0. You suck. And we don't suck. We're giving you the news. We're giving you the good stuff.
That is true. Unfortunately, the way that iTunes reviews works, anything other than 5 stars is might as well be a 1 star. So pound that 5-star.
We also have YouTube that you can see the video of, where we will screen share various articles and pictures that we want to share. And if you don't want to do that, then join the Discord so you can see those pictures and articles and that we share on our listen along page. Blah, blah, blah. Patreon, support us financially if you can, because this program runs off of
we can't ourselves.
Patron pledges.
We
call you the Dark Council and we do your bidding.
This machine runs on skeletons. It's yours, your skeletons.
And now we
mail us your bones.
They make us gassy. We need them to live. On the count of 3, our ultra duper secret sign off from Dark Council member Dylan Gutierrez. 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void. Face person.